What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. We're diving back into a fresh Hop Butcher drop coming from M4 Distribution. It is the Jewels. This is brewed with Mosaic and Vic's Secret hops. Double IPA coming in at 7.5%, that flagship ABV range at 7.5%, guys. Seen this around, but I've never had it. Pretty thrilled to try this with you guys because it's Hop Butcher, man. They make great beers. We like to review them for you guys. We like to give you our opinion, aka my opinion. So this was canned on 8/15/23. Today is 9/6 time of recording, so still pretty darn fresh. This actually got dropped last week. Just now got my hands on it, so let's try to break this one down. And look at that epic can art, man. I love this. Like, super awesome. I mean, Hop Butcher known for their can art. This one no different. Really awesome name. Really awesome stuff. So again, we're working with Mosaic and Vic Secret hops. Let's see what this one's about, man. That is a murky bomb when I'm pouring it just now. A little aggressive, a little bit of a drip. Whoops. This dreary day in northern Michigan calling for some hazy beer, guys. Not that hazy's been my ultimate favorite as of late, but it's Hop Butcher, dude. We don't ask questions, we just drink it. It's murky. It's super murky. Look at this thing. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Not deep golden orange, but it's certainly got that bright yellow, golden oranginess, if you will, but it's not the most bright one I've seen. A little bit dulled down, but again, we have kind of crazy lighting, real dark in the background. Got the light shining right here. Very thick and creamy head sitting on top. It is so creamy, dude. Love this. And actually, as I pour it just gets murkier. So approaching more of that crazy haze bomb territory with this extra pour here, guys. It's looking great in the glass. Look at this. Gets me hype. I'm going to let this dissipate a little bit, but it is so thick. It's like whipped cream the way that thing is just sticking to the top of the glass. Like, it's not even dissipating, guys. I'm going to try to get my Greek schnoz shoved in there, but I can already smell awesomeness in a glass. It smells so good. Let's get our nose a little bit closer. Man. Fresh citrus, a little bit of dank woody quality. Like grassy, herbaceous hops. A little bit of this like lemon lime twist with a little bit of like mango and papaya. It's got that like musty papaya smell that I get in some of these. A little bit of like honeydew, like really overripe honeydew. Yeah, it's a stone fruit. It's a little bit of citrus. It's a lot of tropical. It's got this like earthy, woody, piney grassiness to it. It's got this touch of like herbaceousness. Yeah, I mean, it smells wonderful, guys. I don't know. Let's dive in. It is the Jewels from Hop Butcher. So excited. Love Hop Butcher. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Ooh, pretty dry beer. So you get a little bit of sweetness. In the front, you get a little bit of like rindy stone fruit. You get a lot of rindy like grapefruit and tangerine. But it dries out, man. It dries out with earthy, woodsy soil on the back end. Like, it's got this dry, bitter, slightly spicy note on the back end. The way it finishes, like, it reminds me of like a really green beer, but it's not like the hop burn. It's just coming from those hops, like maybe the Vic's Secret and the Mosaic kind of just coupling with each other just to add a little bit of extra spice. It's so dry though. Like, it is like woody, soily dryness with a little bit of floral in the back. It just dries your mouth out, dude. That's crazy. A little bit juicy and malty in the front. This like lemon lime, like it's like herbaceousness, but it's lemon lime, like basil mint for a minute, like that herbaceous kind of herby thing. And then I cannot tell you guys how crazy this beer dries out on the back end. Like, it is bone dry on the back end, but again, like this woody, earthy, soily papaya on the back end. And I mean, it literally dries my mouth out. Like, I'm not used to that. Like, I drink Arvon beers in Michigan, which are super bitter and dry on the back end typically. This one isn't, it's not that it's so bitter, although it is bitter. it just dries your palate out. Like, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, because it makes me want to dive back in and re-wet my whistle. But at the same time, it just, it eats away your palate. Like, it's bone dry. Like you never even took a sip of liquid dry. I have not seen that in Hot Butcher before, like where it's that bone dry on the back end. Typically a little bit of sweetness, but you want to talk about teeter-tottering balance, it goes like way over into the dry category from sweet. It's crazy. Great mouthfeel, super creamy. But again, that creaminess does go away with that bitterness and bone dryness on the back end. Again, very rindy, fruity, not overly juicy at all. You get moments of that in the beginning, but it does just instantly go away on the back. Again, this earthy, woody, soily, lemon, lime, minty herbaceousness, like almost like passion fruity, minty herbs. But again, it's a good thing. It's just, it adds drinkability to the beer. 7.5, I'm not noticing anywhere close to being 7.5 on this beer. Again, just really going down super smoothly. And that bitterness does add up with that dryness, though. Musty papaya, a little bit of honeydew, a little bit of mango. The more I drink it, the mango kind of jumping out, a little bit of the tropicalness coming out. Tropicalness, I don't know if that's a word. I made it one. Yeah, and then you just have like rindy, super dry citrus that is just coupled with everything. A little bit of that dankness coming out too, playing a role. But very interesting beer. Like, I don't know if I'm like blown away or not. I think it's almost too dry, which I never thought I'd catch myself saying. But maybe it's just that bitterness and earthy, soily bitterness, dryness all coupling up on my back end of my palate and just really taking you for a spin. I mean, a little bit of that piney dryness spitting at you a little bit, but boy, it's an interesting beer, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's good. But I don't know if it's my favorite Hot Butcher beer. I wouldn't say it is. Still very tasty, super drinkable, nice soft creaminess in the mouthfeel. A really good beer at the end of the day. It's just that back end almost caught me off guard with how dry it is. So as for rating, it's tasty. I'm actually caught off guard a little bit. So I'm just gonna stick this beer at a 4 out of 5. It could be higher for maybe a lot of Hot Butcher people and geeks, but for me, I've had better beers with more complexity from like Arvon, let's say. So I'm a little bit spoiled or partial, but at the end of the day, very great for the style. Really good drinkability. So yeah, I'm gonna go 4.1 out of 5. Correction, 4.1 out of 5, guys. Maybe not my favorite Hot Butcher, but very good offering. So it's been the Jules. I'm Dan. Thank you so much for being here. Over and out. Cheers.